Hi, welcome back to the Real McNeals. It is breakfast time. It's actually past breakfast time. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning and a school day, and Addison is still hungry and all she wants is Honey Nut Cheerios. So I went down to the basement and discovered that not only do we have Honey Nut Cheerios, but we bought the kids a special box of cereal that we never ever gave to them. And so I'm going to show them. You can hear them in the background. They're actually watching a science video. But I had to laugh when I started going through the cereal on our shelves, and here we go. Elf cereal. Hey, so I went down to find Addie some Honey Nut Cheerios. I found this really cool Christmas cereal that your dad bought you.
Is it me?
Christmas cereal.
It's elf cereal. It's spaghetti and maple syrup flavored.
He's the elf! That's wrong!
It isn't, I'm just joking. Some of you guys may have had this, but ironically, as I was feeding it to the kids, they just each have a handful. It says right there that it is actually maple syrup flavor. They're not bad. They're basically corn covered with fake maple syrup. I like the real deal. I'm Canadian enough that I like real maple syrup. Anyway, it's a fun January treat when you tuck things away. We actually did something we've never done, and that was in the middle of Christmas. We discovered that there was enough presents going around, and we may have taken a present and tucked it back in our closet. So, something I've never done before in my life. There is a Christmas present tucked away in my closet, and now it's the major decision of seeing whether or not we should keep said present until this child's birthday. It is just past lunchtime, and every day we start with doing a quick tidy in the kitchen after everyone makes breakfast. Does this happen to anybody else? Like, look at all of the things that accumulate, plus the crumbs. Okay, this counter is pretty clear. I just put a whole bunch of stuff in the dishwasher, but why all the crumbs? I had to clean the stove because it was a disaster. I do it probably 2 or 3 times a day. I am not doing well at getting the kids to clean up after themselves. They all kind of just eat and disappear. Ian Arin, eating and running, and this is what my kitchen looks like afterwards. It's a beast, I tell you. Oh, and not to mention that it's a garbage and recycle takeout day, which means that all of this will go. We cleaned out the storage room in the basement, and so it is a bunch of stuff from there. We've got this one going, and then we've also got the dog dishes that are always in the way. This old big bag of cardboard is for crafts that I keep hearing is going to get used, but it's still sitting here. What are you going to make with this?
More things for the house.
Are you though?
Mm-hmm.
It's been sitting here for over a week.
I just have to finish doing the flooring and then I can.
Oh my goodness. I'm back in the basement. This wall here, if I can get a coat of primer on it, I should be able to paint it up and maybe get the paint complete for this part of the house. This has been such a long process. I probably have all sorts of drywall dust in my hair. I had tucked a shower cap in my pocket. I can't even find it now because I was actually going to wear a shower cap to try and prevent my hair from getting caked up with this stuff. But we are so close. So close. We're so ready to get this done because once we get this area done, then we're gonna get the boys to move out here. They'll be out here for a little bit while we finish off the boys' bedroom. It has 1 coat of mud on it. It shouldn't take too long, but we're also still in the middle of a floor dilemma, trying to figure out exactly what to do down here. Still working on it. I'm hoping that my drywall dust isn't traveling because Kieran is moving stuff out of his bedroom today to make it easier for getting things set up out here for him and Caden. This wall over here is now complete. I fully painted it the other day. And so it is a matte white color. And now Clancy can mount these shelves. The only thing is that our floor is not even by any stretch of the imagination. So we're gonna have to figure out how to allow for that. But this shelf here is going to go up against the wall. It's going to look so good. And then this one here will go over right up against the wall. And then we're going to have a nice big desk in between the two and have a computer space down in here. And then these walls over here, believe it or not, will not be a guest room. That is currently just heaped with mattresses and stuff. It's going to be a space to put our blue couch, which is already here and completely dusty. Gonna have to wash that up because it's a hot mess at the moment. It will be a TV mounted on the wall, a games cabinet with the Xbox and things like that down here. And with being able to move a bunch of our games down here from upstairs, it's going to free up one of our big cabinets up there in the living room. And it's just going to start shifting things into its rightful place, and I'm very excited for that. Girls are headed outside. Not sure what we're creating. We got a big dump of snow this morning and it's already gone. We need a lot of snow in this area. I think they're trying to build a skating rink for their American Girl dolls. We'll have to check back in a bit. We have an American Girl skating rink going down here. I'm surprised that hose actually works. It's kind of concerning that it's still on because that's not normal. How's it going?
Good. The water is nice and cold. And we just need one more walk to put down my house. Can't find my house anywhere.
Wow. I'm debating whether or not to tell them that it's not supposed to freeze here again for about 5 days. It's supposed to be quite warm tomorrow. It might get a little ice on it overnight, but they're working so hard out there. I don't know where Tiggy is. She went to find a rock or something, but they are determined to have an American Girl skating rink, and they have dug out all of this stuff. I whipped together butternut squash soup, which is not a fast meal, but we had leftover bacon and it seemed like the right thing to do. Why is it that it looks so good when you just look at it, but after painting it, there's just all these little spots that need to be fixed up, and I want to do it right because there's no point in putting paint on it until it's done well. So I'm gonna fix it up tonight in hopes that tomorrow we can get a coat of paint on instead of just primer. These guys are just playing games while we are figuring out light placement in the basement. What are you watching?
James Harriet.
Again?
Yeah.
We got all busy down here, and I forgot, since I made supper quite late tonight, that it's bedtime a lot faster when you eat supper a lot later. So I had to rush upstairs and tell Addie to run off for PJs. I need to go get her tucked in, but I'm kind of excited because Clancy is working on getting these lights installed down here. And we're going to get these two in, see how bright they are so that we know what type of placement we need for them. The other thing that we can do tonight is bolt these to the wall. I was just saying to Clancy that the way that this is turning out, our basement is going to look so fresh and clean and new, and our upstairs is going to start looking old and dingy in comparison to it. We looked at quite a few houses like that, and we were going, you walk in and it's like, oh, this is great, this is wonderful, and you go downstairs and then you're like, yeah, but this is new. And that is exactly what our house is going to look like. So the brown upstairs has got to go. This is just starting like a cascade of projects that need to be done. Spring-loaded. There's light. Look at this. Wow, yeah, they give a really good light. And now we have to decide where they go over here and over here.